Hi guys, today is day 2 of the Total League, and today I'll be showcasing some gameplay of the Devouring Diadem Geode Elementalist, together with the Atlas strategy that I've mentioned in the previous video, which centers around Extreme Archaeology and Destructive play. So first I'll quickly go through the gear. I know this gear is much more than people expect on day 2. If you want to see a Devouring Diadem Geode Elementalist with a Devouring Diadem and super basic gear clearing delirium maps, you can watch the day 2 for a video for the Crucible League. But here our items are worth about 15 to 20. It cost me 15 to 20 divines on day 2, but it's the prices are kind of inflated because of the day 2 scarcity. In about a week you can acquire all these items for about 10 divines. So what items we have the basic Devouring Diadem, mandatory. We also have the Legacy of Fury boots. When I say mandatory, I mean when you have currency, the first thing you want to buy is Devouring Diadem. But of course you can run maps without Devouring Diadem. And then instead of Skin of the Lords, we have Skin of the Loyal, because it's on day 2 and the entire server does not sell the colors that I want for Skin of the Lords. So I have a Skin of the Loyal instead. The defenses are the same, but the DPS is lower. And then the rest are rares. We have a belt here, Coward's Legacy, which is to allow us to be low life so that we can get Pain Attunement, and we are for the 30% more spell damage when on low life. And we also have this Watcher's Eye to remove the vulnerability effect of the Coward's Legacy. And the rest are just rares that I've explained in my guide what to look out for. Okay, so and for the Atlas tree, it is exactly the same as the previous video. So we have Extreme Archaeology to allow us to explode our entire expedition in one explosive, and then we have Destructive play, which summons multiple bosses and allows us to drop a lot of Guardian maps. And we also have Shrines to help us to map faster. So Extreme Archaeology is super rippy, so we mostly run maps as blue or even white, and even then you can still die. But it is very profitable. I think I earn about around 2 divines per hour running this. So I'm a bit not used to pressing flasks, because we just came off the previous league where all my flasks were automated, but now they have to be pressed again. So what I want to look out for is I want to look out for the core. Okay, so you see here we have logbook, so I'm going to take this. But what we want to look out for is we want to look out for the core damage immunity, because we are core damage type. If there's a core damage immunity, then we need to place our explosive away from it. Another mod that is bad for the DoT, for this DoT build, is monsters' hits cannot be evaded, because we rely quite a lot on evasion. So if we cannot evade, then the damage we take is like triple or even quadruple, which will require us to play very safely. So once you have all these shrines up, your shield charge is very fast. One thing to be careful when you have the Necromancer shrine is Soul Eater, because they will eat your skeletons and deal a lot of damage. So you need to take note of that. So we go to map boss and we hope that Maven procs summons as many bosses as possible. So when playing DoT, it's important to move around, because You don't want to be standing still there. You don't want to be standing still. Cause you stand still, then you get a lot of damage. One form of defense for DoT builds is you can just after you do the DoT, you can just run around. Unlike those attack based builds that need to stand in place, and it leaves them vulnerable. And great, my ally focus is leveled up. So Silo is not a very good boss. He has many faces. Well, at least we got a expedition logbook. I think this logbook is worth. I think it's worth quite a lot. It's worth like 40 chaos. So I'm gonna sell it for. I think maybe we can do 41. Let's see. And then this burial medallion now it bulks about 7 chaos each. Sack is about 1 chaos each. The divine to chaos ratio is about 106. Oh, it's now. Oh, now it's like 118. Okay, so yeah, yes, went up. So you can do a rare map like this. Maybe not with action speed reduced. That will be too repeat. Minus player. Let's just try. If we die, we die. But actually, there's no need to run such rare maps because if you die, you waste even more time. Okay, it's Delirium. So actually for those harder maps you should activate Nico, because Nico will give you a boost. So because we are not using Scarabs, we are relying on Expedition proc chance. So sometimes there will be no Expedition. But that's fine because we run maps very fast. We just put the next map in. Okay, so for sure we are not running Delirium with Extreme Archaeology at the same time. Okay, we have the Dragon's Heart. Anyway, this is not very profitable, Delirium. The mods are not. It's not a good mods. Okay, so let's see. Okay, expedition logbooks. What's this? Okay. Oh yeah, so it's very important when you are. It's very important to have Quartz Flask up before you activate the Extreme Archaeology, because if you are stuck in the middle and you don't have phasing, I think you're probably dead. So make sure you have Quartz Flask charges so that you can phase through. I know some people get phasing on Q. If you have that, then make sure that it procs. So I think we got this exotic coinage, and each coin now is worth about 6 chaos in bulk. So if you get 5 of this is like 30 chaos. So this is huge. This is like 1/4 of a divine in just one map. So not every map you'll be not every map you'll get an expedition logbook, and after that a stack of 30 of reroll currency worth 30 chaos, but you get it enough that it is quite profitable. So right now I got no flash charges, I need to be slightly careful. Oh, okay. I went back to the boss when he was jumping, so I made a mistake there. When the totem is jumping, you shouldn't go in. I actually thought he reused the skill, but he hasn't. So okay. So now all the boss are dead. Oh no one is PMing me for the item. I have D&D on. So actually, once the map boss and the expedition is done, you can actually leave the map. Because the rest of the most important things are already done. So yeah, you don't have to stay in the map. So this strategy requires you that you favorite multiple maps, because the Maven cannot. Once you have witnessed a map, you cannot witness a map until you cannot witness the same map again until you you fight the 10-way Maven invite. So you need to have a number of good maps to run. So what maps that you want to run are those maps with open layout, cause that's good for expedition, and also those that you can easily find the boss room. You can easily find the boss. Okay, wow, this one is is that boss? Okay. Wait, but Maven's still here. Okay. So yeah, you want those maps where you can easily find the boss, and also those with like open layout, so that it's good for expedition. So if you don't like shield charge, you can also run Leap Slam, but Leap Slam requires a scepter, so make sure you know about that. I know some Try Polar Bear says that not to run Tane, but I think Tane is profitable, even though we did not even allocate any Tane nodes. See, we get a map and some catalyst. So even a Tane with no nodes is quite good, and I feel like the nodes don't actually buff Tane that much. So yeah. So this is nice. This is like 20 cures. Yeah, about 20 cures. So that's quite nice. I have a dump tab, 19C dump tab, and a I use a 19C dump tab, so I just throw my stuff inside. And if I get spam, it depends on how much I get spam. If I just get spam a bit, I don't mind selling an item slightly cheaper, but if the item is worth like 1 divine, then I will reprice it. So okay, just in case you don't know, if you so now we got a skeleton buff, right? And if there's a Soul Eater mob, it can be quite dangerous because it can consume your skeleton and make it become very strong. So just in case you don't know, you can actually right click any of the buffs here to remove it. So sometimes the echoing shrine can be quite annoying on some maps. Then you want to remove it, so you can just right click the echoing buff here and you'll get removed. The same goes for auras. If you want to turn off a certain aura, you can right click and turn it off. That's more like an accident. That's usually how I turn off my auras by accident, by right clicking something on top. So if you want to prevent that, there's under options you can actually remove the showing the auras at the top of the screen, and that will remove that possibility of you accidentally right clicking it. So usually if the mod is immune to something, it will be yellow color. So you can see here it's not cold, and here there's no cold. So but there's no, I don't see any good expedition mod. So let's just I don't really want the regenerate life 30% over 1 second. Let's see. So definitely keep moving around. If you stand still, you die. So phasing is very important. Okay, Bruno Medallion is nice. Okay, this one is not very profitable, but okay, decent. I mean, 1 Bruno Medallion, 7C. I don't know what's the price when you watch this video. But as of now it's 7C. Okay. Oh, wrong way. So you want me? I don't think this is worth much. Oh, wrong. It's 37 chaos. So that's nice. So this is a profitable map. This map easily is, we earn 40 plus chaos, 7 chaos from the Brewer Medallion, and this is yeah, 37, 38 chaos. So that's really nice. Is the guy coming? No. I invite you. So where is it? Oh, this one I put 39. Where's the invite? Oh. Eh? Where was the invite? I thought. Oh, sorry. Okay, then maze. We don't really want to run green color. We don't want to run yellow color, I mean. What? Are you guys buying or? Okay, he's coming. Okay, 39. Alrighty. I don't really want to do trades when filming a video. Yeah, maybe I'll go back to D&D. I think I underpriced the item. He's happy to pay 40D for it. I mean 40 chaos. So I'm going back to D&D and don't want to be bothered by people. But just now that twisted, it was 37, 38 chaos, so that's really nice. The last map was, yeah, was over 40C. So the maze is an example of a bad map for this strategy, because you don't really know which way is the boss. And you need to explore many funny places to find the expedition. So yeah, I regret running this map. Someone should just throw his map away. Or if you really have to, you can horizon it. Oh, by the way, I'm running with 4 watchstones. So if you're running with three or 2 watchstones, just make sure that you have at least, when you put your favorite maps, you okay. Oh my god. Okay. Make sure that you have one T14 and T15 map, so that every time the game wants to give you a T14 or T15 map, you have a favorite map. Don't favorite all T16s only, because there will be quite a lot of T14 and 15 maps, and if you do not favorite anything, then you will not drop a desirable map for you. You'll just randomly drop a map. So that map is okay. Is there expedition there? I don't know. Couldn't be bothered to find it. So okay, it's now time to fight the Maven. So I usually fight it white. Actually you can fight blue also. Okay, we lost it. But on this gear I wouldn't want to go fight it. Like like yellow. I mean you can fight yellow, it's just that you have to spend too much time re-rolling, and I don't think the profits are like insane. The reason we summon Maven is so that for the multiple bosses, it's not. Okay. So maybe I should also run Cowling Strike. So if you play destructive play, you'll become an expert at all the bosses. You know all the moves. You'll be well equipped to play hardcore. Crescent Splinter, okay. So the alternative to running the so when I'm fighting the boss, I will take 2 life flasks. Actually 3 is even better, but I'm just too lazy to go and configure 3 flasks. So the alternative to this is probably running Exarch Influence. So right now the Incandescent Invite is worth very little. It's like 15 kills to 30 kills last time I checked. So destructive play definitely is a better option, because when you have multiple bosses you can easily drop, like I've shown just now, like maps worth like 10C or more, Guardian maps. So Pete also isn't. What's that? I don't want to pick that up. I'll say Pete isn't such a good map. Definitely not one of my favorited maps. Sometimes I feel like I favorite a map and it just doesn't turn up, like doesn't appear, like I don't know why. Like where's my beach, where's my shrine? Where are they? Okay, there's like no expedition. Oh, wait, how's there a default cathedral boss? Oh, okay, it's not default cathedral, it's the haunted mansion boss. I was just thinking, like, I thought default cathedral is out of the rotation. How is it here again? So this. Okay, what do you have here? Okay, we have a safe house. So over here, I also allocate the intelligence gathering that allows us to fight. The Katarina. If you don't want to fight Katarina, you can also choose not to allocate it. Yeah. These safe houses give quite good EXP also. Although, I mean, if you're not on day 2, how I recommend trying to get EXP at like level 93 is doing 5 rays. I know 5 rays has been nerfed, but I heard that the EXP is about half, but I think that's still the way to go. You should get 5 rays. Because I believe like you should keep your farming and leveling separate. Because if you try to play very cautiously while farming, that will reduce your farming speed. It's better to keep it separate. Farm currency, then afterwards pay to level up. Now I know that's not what the style everyone likes to do, so do as you like. But 5 Ways has really made a joke out of like reaching level 100 in Trade League. There's like no meaning. Because anyone can just buy their way in. So in the past there's other ways also. I mean also at 5 Ways there's other ways also. There's the Chayula Bridgestones, there's also even like Poor Joy Asylum runs and like Beach Heads. Beach Heads gives quite a lot of EXP. Definitely not as much as Chayula. Nowhere near Chayula, but at least the cost is quite low. And there was a time where you could even like earn profits running Beach Heads, but not anymore. This is quite a decent map for finding a boss. Not so much for running the expedition. So for Searing Exarch, right, if I were to run Searing Exarch, I think our favorite it depends what I'm trying to do. Am I trying to farm the altars or am I trying to farm the invite? If the invite is worth a lot, then maybe I'll farm Beach plus Strand. The beach map is quite small, but reaching a boss is quite fast, so that's a nice part. If the intention is to farm the altars, then I want 2 maps with very good run to the altars. Harvest is good, it is profitable. You can go in there and earn a few kiosks. But to me it's like time is money, right? You don't want to just run everything. So some guy asked me like, should we run the expedition logbooks or in the previous video, not for DoT, but just generic Atlas strategy. Should we run the expedition or do we sell them? So my answer is whichever lets you higher income. Cause for sure, not for sure, but on average, if you run a logbook, you'll earn more currency. But there's also your time, right? Your time cost. So do you gain more? You could have run maps instead of running expedition, so it is not necessarily always the best. Okay, now Atoll is a really good map. It's a really good map. Atoll is quite easy to run. The downside of Atoll is it doesn't have the monsters are limited. The number of monsters are quite low. Relatively low. So if you are using like a juicing strategy, you will not want to run Atoll because you have less monsters. But if you are using a strategy like trying to find the expedition and kill the map boss, then Atoll is a good map. Oh, almost died there. So I managed to run away before I jumped. I don't know, Maven. Even for 2 maps, Maven did not bring her friends. So that's quite disappointing. My friends also don't want to dig. My expedition friends are also not present. Okay, we'll do one more map. Okay, Geode. I think Geode is quite a good map. Because it has an open layout and the boss is quite easy it's relatively easy to find. Okay, we get a delirium too. So just to be clear, after you spend 10 divines into this build, you can definitely run Delirium and rare maps. The reason I'm running blue is because Extreme Archaeology is really quite rippy. So we don't really want to run yellow maps because if you die then you re-enter again, then actually your income power goes down. It's not worth the juice. Oops. Oh wait. Oh. Okay, so this is quite a good map. 2 Guardian maps. So I think dropping all these extra Guardian maps is also faster than Eltas, right? Faster than proccing Eltas. You don't need, if you proc a Chaos Elta, you have to pick up Chaos, a lot of Chaos while mapping, whereas this one is like all consolidated at boss. Although I think if you super juice the map, I think Exile should be better. So this is definitely, this destructive play is more like a low juice, or like actually like no juice at all investment strategy. Contracts I'm going to sell. There's really no expedition, but maybe Tien is here to save the day. Let's see what you have, Tien. Okay. Okay, you'll probably just run one last map. Oh yeah, so for expedition, what you want to look for is definitely look for immunities first. Whether you're immune to anything you have to avoid. Then besides that, what you want to look for is you want the expedition logbooks. That's the number one priority. I think the second priority, right now stack decks is 1C each. I think would be to look for the stack decks proc, because you can get a lot of stack decks from it. And then the last one, the next in tier to me is the currency. Yeah. The next in line is to look for currency. So okay, let's see. Don't see any expedition, so we just have to. Oh wait, there's one more. So we just have to hope. Well, actually, maybe I've used the Valko Snap incorrectly. Valko Snap can actually freeze the monsters around you, so actually it's better to go in and then freeze it. So go in and freeze the monsters. Okay. So the next question is, do you want to spend the currency or do you want to use the currency? I think both are fine. For me, I really like to spend the Tujan currency. Not so much for the rest. Especially Gwenan. Gwenan is like Gwenan is very hit or miss. Either you get a Mage Blood or you get Headhunter or you get nothing. So I don't like it so much. But if you're a gambler, then I think you'll like Grenan. Oh, I think we can run one more map. Okay, if you have early weakness, as long as all your rests are above 90%, you're fine. So you can see here, it's when you enter the map, oh wait, I think I'm wrong. It's not 90%, I think it's 100%. Never mind. So I think I remember the wrong number. Sorry. Okay, so now we get Tujen. So the best guy to get is Danik, because he can drop log books, and the second best is Tujen. So here you have immune cold damage, so we need to plan around that. Okay. So both Tujen and Danik, their currencies, their reroll currencies worth the most. Now, of course, there's at the point of time of making this video, it could change in the future. Then, if that changes, then you would want to reconfigure the personnel here. But it's very unlikely that I don't think it's likely that Grenan and Rock can actually overtake Tujen and Danik. So this is a fairly okay 5 stack decks, 1 reroll currency, 12 chaos. It's fine. I think this method of farming is about 1.5 to 2 divines per hour. But of course, the profits will change based on market supply and demand. What's that? Chinso. Okay, let's run one last map. Oh, nice. Oh no, it's Grenan. I don't want Grenan. Okay. And now Grenan will prove me wrong. So, do you need Legacy of Fury to run Extreme Archaeology? You don't have to. Before I got Legacy of Fury, I was running it fine. But Grenan didn't give us much. I haven't tried much of the DoT mechanic. Actually, the next few days, I have to go for military service, so I won't be playing the game for the next 5 days. I can only play next weekend. So over the next 5 days, I'll check out on the DoT league mechanic and figure out how to play it. Cause it's not a very simple like just ritual. It seems like you need to there's some strategy and tactics involved. So I hope it'll be fun. Let's see. Astralag. Okay, this is fine. Just 13, 15 chaos. Alright, I think that's all for today. See you guys next week.